Hi, my name's Shiana. Welcome to class. Today we have a 60-minute power vinyasa flow. The focus of class today is building up to full wheel pose, or my daughter refers to it in her cheerleading classes as bridge pose, but in yoga we call it full wheel. So we're going to be working on lengthening the front body, in particular the quads, and opening up the shoulders, and activating the back body, the hamstrings, and the legs to get everything as best we can go into full wheel pose. You don't need anything today other than some music. If you want to turn some music on, go for it. Go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we'll start in child's pose. So come down to your mat, toes together, knees wide. Extend your arms. Let your forehead and arms rest onto the ground. Just to get the shoulders starting to open up a little bit. If it feels okay, you can start to flip your palms over. They might not lay quite flat down, but you can start to find that external rotation of your arms and start to open things up ever so slightly. Settle in here and breathe. Sending the signal to your brain that as you slow down your breath, you can slow down your mind. Take a deep breath in and out. The thought I have for class today is a little bit different than usual. It's in two parts, but it's just perfect for right now. The first part is called For the End of July, Part 1. Inhale, exhale. Take it easy if you need to. Make the most of the end of July by trusting. The future will arrive when it is meant to arrive. You're going to be all right. Not perfect, but all right. That thought's by Morgan Harper Nichols, and I'll share part 2 at the end of class during Shavasana. But remember, she says right off the bat, inhale, exhale, take it easy if you need to. So carry that with you through class today. Take one more breath in here in child's pose. And one more big exhale. Tense your fingers in child's pose so that your arms become more active. Start to let your chest sink just a little bit further towards the mat. We're going to spend a few minutes in a few variations of child's pose to help get our shoulders starting to open up. Breath in and breath out. Set your elbows down on the mat. Bring your hands to prayer and start to point your fingertips up at the sky. Again, opening our shoulders. If you can bring your thumb all the way back to the crown of your head, not the crown of your head, the nape of your neck, you can do it that way too. Just letting those shoulders open. Each time you breathe, imagine sending extra space and extra opening into your armpits. It sounds weird, but that's where we're working on getting things opened up into the shoulders and the armpits. Release your hands. Plant them next to your face. Lift yourself up so that your hips are stacked right over your knees. So you're in a tabletop position here. Now we're going to come back down into child's pose, but instead of letting your hips fall over your heels, you're going to keep your hips stacked up and over your heels. So start to come down. Hips are staying over the knees. Hips stay over the knees. And bring your elbows down to the mat, forehead down to the mat. Now again, we can find the same prayer position. Fingers point up at the sky. And maybe thumbs come down to the nape of your neck, you choose. Breathing here. This should feel a little bit more intense than this same posture in child's pose where your hips were set back over your heels. Now that they're lifted over your knees, it changes the angle a little bit. Continue to breathe into it, letting your chest sink down. Now you can stay here. If you've got more space, we're going to take it to puppy pose. So this is a lot more intense. Send your arms out flat, palms down. Elbows aren't winged out to the sides. They're tucked in and in line with the rest of your arms. You can actually lift up your head and set your chin, maybe even your chest, down to the mat. This really starts to open up across the front of your chest and your shoulders and should feel quite a bit more intense. Some people have the flexibility to get their chest all the way onto the ground in this posture. If you've just got your chin, that's fine too. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. Breathe into the space. Finding relaxation in your exhales. One more breath in, and one more breath out. Gently lift yourself back up out of that. You can probably feel that in your shoulders. Shake it out a little bit. We'll move through just a few cat-cows. Drop your belly, lift the crown of your head. Find cow, breathe in. Tuck your chin, round your spine. Cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. From here, come all the way down onto your belly. We're going to get back into those shoulders, opening them up a little bit. Take your right hand, set it down out to the side at a 90-degree angle, in a goalpost shape, so it's not sticking straight out. Your left arm can be extended out alongside you. Put your right ear on the mat. Now start to roll over your right shoulder. You can stack your left foot on top of your right. Use your left hand, tent your fingertips. Send your elbows up to the sky to press. If you want to, you can step that left foot behind, but with these goalpost 90-degree arms, it is not easy. There is a lot less flexibility. So don't push it too far. One more breath in. Exhale, roll back to your belly. Left arm goes out to the 90. Left ear on the mat. Right fingertips down to the mat. Roll back. Maybe step your right foot behind. Maybe you leave your right leg on top of your left. A few more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, roll back to your belly. We're going to move through some variations of cobra. So, laying flat on your belly, forehead on the ground. Extend your hands out straight in front of you, fingertips onto the ground. Tent those fingertips, arms are active and strong. Press the tops of your feet into the ground. Lift your head and chest like you're in this baby cobra. Maybe it's just your chin and shoulders that lift up. Exhale, lower your forehead back down. Pull your fingertips back towards the top corner of your mat. Tent your fingertips, elbows up at the sky. Inhale, lift your chest up into this version of cobra, and exhale, lower down. This time, bring your hands all the way underneath your shoulders, and we'll do our traditional version of cobra. Elbows point back towards your toes. Shoulder blades come together and down your back. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, roll back down. One more time. Inhale, chest lifts. And exhale, lower. We're changing it up a little bit. Bend your right leg, pointing the toes up at the sky, maybe at the back of your head. Keep your right foot there. Inhale, chest lifts up. Roll that head back, hold it. Breath in and breath out, lower down. Switch feet. Right foot comes to the mat, left foot points up. Inhale, roll up. And exhale, roll back down. Inhale, roll up. Hold it here this time. Breath in and exhale, lower right back down. Press back to a tabletop position. Just a few more cat-cows. Loosen up your back. Moving to cow, drop your belly, lift the crown of your head, lift your chin. Exhale, round into cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Continue to move through these on your own breath, but adding whatever motion you need. Do you need a side-to-side motion? Roll your rib cage around. Hold it in a spot that maybe feels sticky, that needs a little bit of attention. Do whatever you need here. Come to a neutral tabletop. Take a breath in, breath out. Step your right foot back and your left foot back. Find yourself in high plank. Breathe here. Press through the balls of your feet so your heels stack over the balls of your feet. Engage your core. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Breath in and breath out. Downward facing dog. First downward dog of class. Give yourself what you need. Pedal out your feet. One more breath in. One more breath out. Look to your hands and walk or step or tiptoe all the way up to meet those hands. Bend your knees deeply enough that you can rest your chest on your knees. Grab opposite elbows. Maybe you sway side to side. Let your fingers drop down to the mat. Gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. Stacking everything on top of each other. Let your head be the last thing to arrive right on top of your head. Inhale, send your arms up and overhead. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. Hands are at heart center. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up, big breath in. Exhale, bow through heart center all the way down to a forward fold. Inhale, lift to a number 7 flat back. Draw your hands to your shins. Let your shoulder blades come together and start to draw down your back as your belly button continues to pull towards your spine. And exhale, back down, forward fold. Inhale, rolls you up to standing. Arms float up. Your gaze follows. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, everything goes up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back to that halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up. Arms float up. Gaze goes up. Exhale, hands to heart. Moving into our sun salutations. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back into high plank. Hold here for one breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly in one solid piece. For our cobra today, point your toes up at the sky, both of them this time. Inhale, roll up. Lift your chest, chin, whatever you can get off the ground. Elbows squeezing back. Hold here. Breath in. And exhale, everything lowers back to the ground. We're going to do that again. Point the toes up. Pin the elbows back. Inhale, chest lifts. Don't let your shoulders creep up around your ears. Breath in. And breath out. Lower down. One more time. Point the toes up. Inhale, elbows back, shoulders down, cobra. Breath in and breath out, lower down. Press back through tabletop position. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, look at your hands. Exhale, tiptoe, walk or step all the way up to meet those hands. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, roll up. Your gaze goes up, arms goes up. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, like that, but moving more quickly. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to your high plank, lower down. Inhale, this time just a traditional cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale, back to tabletop. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, tiptoe, hop, step all the way up to your hands. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, roll up. Your arms float up, your gaze goes up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. If you took the chaturanga version that time, exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, tiptoe, hop, step, jump, get yourself all the way there. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, roll all the way up. Gaze all the way up. And exhale, hands come down to heart. Steady here for just a minute. Breath in. And breath out. Breath in. And breath out. We'll move through just a partial sun salutation as we get ready to move into our sequence. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your right leg up just gently. Exhale, draw your knee, drop it down to the mat. We're going to start our sequence today a little differently. We're kneeling kind of center in the middle of our mat. We'll shift around and adjust as we need to. But start, kneeling right in the center of your mat. We're going to come up to kneeling high, hands to heart center. The first time we move through our sequence, we'll do it slowly, methodically, carefully, and then we'll start to pick up the pace, moving one breath to one motion. Breath in, and breath out. Breath in, and breath out. Moving on the right side first, keep your left hand at heart center. Take your right hand, reach it back for your heels. Depending on your flexibility, you can leave your toes tucked or untucked. I'm going to start with tucked. Take your right hand back to your heels and lean. We're moving back into a single-sided version of camel. So press your hips over your knees. Hand comes to the heel, the opposite hand at the heart. If you have the room already, you can reach your left arm up and overhead. Working into that back bend, you can gently find a little bit of extra space for back bending by bending your supporting elbow or untucking your toes. Breath in and breath out. Sweep your left hand around, back to heart center. Come up to kneeling high. Plant your hands on your mat, finding your tabletop position. With your toes tucked this time, lift your right foot up to the sky, squeezing your glute, pressing the sole of your foot up to the sky. Even out the weight between your two hands. Draw your belly button in towards your chest. Don't let everything start to drop and sink because you're focused on your foot. Lift, engage, foot's pressing up. Extend the right foot towards the back of the room like you're stomping that foot into the wall. Breath in. And breath out, lift right up into three-legged dog. Breath in and breath out. Inhale. Exhale, draw forward to high plank. Bring your knee to your nose, shoulders over wrists. A push through the back toes and step your right foot through into a low lunge. Get settled in your low lunge. I needed to lengthen my stance a little bit. That's okay. You're not stuck where you land. Breath in and breath out. Take an opportunity here to reach in front of you and hook your thumbs together. So we're hooking our two thumbs together, making little wings here. Pressing through your front heel, pressing through the ball of your back foot. Inhale, lift your arms up and overhead. Keep these thumbs like they're pulling apart from one another. Biceps squeezing back over the ears. Again, this is working on opening up those shoulders. Keep the belly button pulling back towards the spine. Breath in. And breath out. Pull your thumbs apart. Pull them, pull them, pull them. Breath in. And breath out. Lower your back knee down towards the ground. Keep those thumbs hooked. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, thumbs stay hooked. Lean back, tracing those fingertips along the ceiling. Breath in. And breath out. Bring your hands back down to the earth. Reactivate your back leg back to this low lunge. Take a breath in. As you exhale, straighten your front leg. Come up onto the heel of your front leg if you have the space for that, and fold over that front leg. Hold here. This is a variation of pyramid pose. We don't want to completely ignore lengthening our hamstrings, so we'll spend just a moment here. Breath in. Breath out. Rebend that front knee. Plant your hands into that low lunge. And exhale. Draw your back knee in to meet your front knee. Find this little contraction. Hold here. Squeezing everything. You can drop that back toe to the ground if you need more support. Otherwise, keep it lifted. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, step your left leg way back to that low lunge. Breath in, breath out. Press into your hands. Draw your right knee up into your chest. Send that right leg high, right to three-legged dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, stack your right hip over your left, opening up. Drop your knee open. We're going to move into Wild Thing and watch it get deeper and deeper as we move through practice. So spin to the pinky edge of your left foot. Put your weight into your left hand. Start to drop your right toe down to the ground, keeping your left leg straight. You can stay just right here, or you can start to spin your chest open towards the sky, reaching your right arm forward, forward, forward. Breath in, breath out. Your right hand comes back down. Right leg goes right back up. Exhale, your knee comes to your nose. Set it right down on the mat. Set your left knee down next to your right. Sit back on your heels. Breathe here. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, lift yourself back up to your knees. Get yourself settled. Your right thumb stays at your heart. Choose whether you want to move here with your toes tucked or untucked. Left hand reaches back towards your heel. Press your hips forward over your knees, and you can extend your right arm up and overhead. Find a little more space for back bending by bending that supporting arm back towards your butt. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, press yourself back up. Hands come to your heart. And hands come back down into tabletop position. Get yourself a little bit adjusted. Toes are tucked this time. Left foot points up, up, up towards the ceiling. Pressing the sole of your foot. Squeezing your glutes. Keeping your lower ribs, imagine those lower ribs pulling in and engaging. Extend your left leg out. Press that left foot into the wall behind you. Press, 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 flex. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press into your hands and your right toes. Lift right up, three-legged dog. Breath in and breath out. Inhale and exhale. Draw your knee to your nose. Step your left foot through. Take your hands, hook those thumbs together. This time hook the opposite thumb on top. It might feel a little goofy. And inhale, lift your chest all the way up, high crescent. Pull those biceps all the way back towards your ears. Pull back on your left hip crease. Pull your thumbs apart. Pull them apart. Breath in, breath out. Lower your back knee. And inhale, reach those fingertips back. Imagine them tracing along the ceiling. Breath in and breath out. Draw your hands back down to the earth. Reactivate that back leg. Breath in and breath out. Fold over your straightened front leg. Point your toes up at the ceiling. Breath in and breath out. One more breath in. And exhale, re-bend that front knee. Plant those hands. Take a breath in here to lift and open. And exhale, your knee comes to meet your other knee. Tiny little ball. Get that shin parallel towards the mat. Breath in. Stay for a breath out. Inhale, step your right foot way back into this low lunge. Breath in. And breath out. Inhale, send your left leg right up, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, start to stack your left hip over your right. Bend your left knee. Come onto the pinky edge of your right foot. Rotate all the way around so your left toes come to the ground. Press through the pinky edge of your right foot. Leave that leg straight. You can stay here or start to open up your chest, reaching your left arm towards the front of the room. Breath in. Breath out, replant your left hand. Left leg goes right back up. Exhale, your knee comes to your nose. Set your right shin down on the mat, left shin down on the mat. Your right shin comes right next to it. Back onto your heels. Take a few breaths here. We're going to move through that again, but moving more quickly, one breath to one motion, except for a few moments where we'll pause to hold. We'll probably pause and hold in that pyramid shape, as well as in Wild Thing, just to deepen those stretches and openings. Breath in and breath out. Press up to kneeling high. Hands come to heart center. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to leave my toes untucked this time. You choose. Right hand sweeps around to your heel. Left hand can stay at heart or reach overhead. We'll hold here for a breath or two. Breath in and sweep around. Come up to kneeling high. Hands plant, come to this tabletop shape. Lift your right heel up towards the ceiling. Press. Extend the right leg straight. Press again. Tuck your left toe if it's not already. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step through. Hook your thumbs. Inhale, up to high crescent. Exhale, lower your back knee. Inhale, trace your fingertips on the ceiling. And exhale, lower your hands back down. Reactivate that front leg. Breath in. Breath out, straighten your front leg, come onto the heel, fold over into this pyramid shape. Hold for a breath in. And exhale, re-bend that front leg. Breath in. Breath out, pull that back knee in. Find this little tiny shape. Inhale, re-extend. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, your right leg goes up, three-legged dog. Exhale, open up your hip, pinky edge of your left foot. Your right toe sits down, open up your chest. And exhale, right hand plants, right leg goes right back up. Exhale, knee drops down. Left knee comes right next to it. Sit back onto your heels. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, come up to kneeling high. Reach your left hand back to your left heel. Inhale into this one-sided camel. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, sweep around, come back up. Exhale, plant your hands, tabletop position. Inhale, left leg presses to the sky. Exhale, left leg extends. Tuck your right toe. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your left foot through. Hook your thumbs together. Inhale, up to high crescent. Exhale, lower the back knee. Inhale, trace your fingertips on the ceiling. Exhale, plant your hands. Reactivate that back leg. Straighten your front leg, and exhale as you fold over that front leg in a pyramid shape. Breath in. Breath out, rebend that front knee. Plant your hands, take a breath in. Exhale, draw that knee in into this little tiny shape. Inhale, re-extend. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, open up your hips. Drop your left toes down, pinky edge of your right foot. Open up your chest. And exhale, plant your left hand. Left leg goes right back up. Knee to nose, set your left shin down. Set your right shin down right next to your left. Come back to your seat. One more time through on each side. Breath in and breath out. Inhale up to kneeling high. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, your right hand reaches to your right heel. Press your hips forward, open up. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, come back to kneeling high. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, left foot presses up. Exhale, and it extends. Tuck your left toes if they're not already. Right leg reaches right up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your right foot through. Hook your thumbs. Inhale up. Exhale, you can drop your back knee if you want to or not. Inhale, sweep your fingertips up. Exhale, plant your hands. Stay for a breath in. Breath out, straighten your front leg. Point your right toes at the sky, fold over this pyramid. Breath in. Breath out, rebend that right knee. Plant your hands, breathe in. Breathe out, left knee comes into this little tiny ball. Inhale, re-extends. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, right leg goes up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right hip stacks on top of left. Just pivot on the pinky edge of your left foot. Open up your chest, wild thing. Breath in. Breath out, right hand plants, right leg goes right back up. Exhale, knee drops down to the earth. And the left knee follows. Sit back on your heels. One more side. Inhale, come up to kneeling high. Stay for an exhale. Left hand back to left heel. Press your hips forward. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, tabletop position. Inhale, left sole to the sky. Exhale, extend. Tuck your right toes. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step through. Hook your thumbs. Inhale, up to high crescent. As you exhale, drop your back knee or not. Inhale, trace your fingertips along the sky. And exhale, plant your hands. Stay for a breath in. Breath out, straighten your front leg. Press through that front heel, fold over that front leg. Stay for a breath in. And a breath out, rebend that front leg. Plant those hands, breathe in. Exhale, your knees come to meet. Find this little tiny ball. Inhale, re-extend. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, your left leg reaches up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left hip over right. Pinky edge of right foot. Keep your right foot straight. Press through that pinky edge of foot. Reach your left arm up. And exhale, left hand plants. Left leg reaches high. Draw your left knee in. Drop your shin. Drop your right shin down. Come back to heart center. Breath in. And breath out. Breath in. And breath out. Just a little more work. Come back to your tabletop position. Inhale, extend your right arm and your right leg, but not just toward flat. See if you can lift them both, finding a back bend shape without totally dumping your belly. Keeping your belly engaged, lifting both above parallel if you can get them there. Exhale, draw them both into center. Make that fist like you're cheering for yourself. Hooray, yes. And inhale, re-extend, lift past center, past parallel. Exhale, knee and elbow come together under your body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, find that cat back, rounding up towards the sky, knee and elbow together. Twice more. Inhale, up. Exhale, under your body. Inhale, up. Exhale, under your body. Back to tabletop. Other side. Right arm reaches forward. Left arm reaches back. Lift up past parallel. And exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, expand, reach up. Exhale, together. Inhale, up. Exhale, together. Two more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, together. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, together. Come to your tabletop position, toes together, knees wide. Press into child's pose or flat to your belly. Take this opportunity to rest. Give yourself whatever you need, water, towel, or just rest. We'll get back into it in just a few minutes. Start to wake your body up a little. Wherever you're at, wiggle your fingers and toes. And gently, without rushing it, come to a tabletop position. We're going to come back to puppy pose, so you can sort of gauge how your body's feeling after moving through that flow. So again, keeping your hips over your knees. They're not going to sit back. Hips over your knees. You can start walking your hands forward and dropping your elbows to the ground. And from here, you can put your forehead on the ground and bring your fingers to the ceiling, thumbs up. Or if you're feeling like you have a little more space, send your forearms to parallel and maybe drop your chin down to the mat or towards the mat. Sometimes my chin floats just a little above the mat, but the action of my chest sinking through my arms is still there. Breath in and breath out. Another breath in and out. Gently lift yourself up, back to your tabletop. Tuck your toes, find downward facing dog. Walk your feet all the way up to the top of your mat. We'll move through just a standing posture or two before we really get into those back bends to see how they're feeling today. So, starting with chair, we haven't done any chair yet today. Toes together, heels slightly apart. Take a nice deep squat, sweeping your fingertips on the mat next to you. Arms come up and overhead. Biceps pulling next to your ears. Look down. Your weight should be far enough back that you can see your toes sticking out from underneath or in front of your knees. And take a breath in and a breath out. Breath in and out. Gently shift your weight into your right foot. Start to come up to standing. Bring your left foot with you. Reach your left hand down, grabbing onto that left ankle. Once you're grabbing onto that ankle, rotate your arm around so that your fingertips are now pointing out to the side and your thumb is pointing back. We're moving into dancer. Start to kick your back foot into your back hand. That's the first motion here. Kick your back foot into your hand. When you can't kick any further, then you can start to lean forward. Maybe draw your hands to heart or leave it extended out in front of you. Press through all four corners of your standing foot. Breath in, breath out. One more breath in. Gently come back up to standing. Release that foot. Back to standing, hands at heart. Breath in and breath out. Toes together, heels apart. We'll do the other side. Inhale, deep squat, sweep your fingertips. Come into chair, weight is back. Toes are sticking out in front of your knees. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and out. One more breath in. Last breath out. Shift your weight into your left foot. Come up to standing. Drawing your right knee in with you. Grab the outside of that right ankle. Then rotate your arms around so that your thumb is pointing back. Breathe in and start to kick that back foot into your back hand. When you can't kick any further, you can start to tip forward. If you lose your balance, that's fine. Just try again. Breath in and out. Last breath in and exhale, gently come back to standing. Set your feet down, hands to heart. Breathe in. And as you exhale, come all the way down to seated. We'll move through a variation of locust, then into bridge, then into full wheel. So we'll start on our belly in locust. Well, on our belly, and we'll move into locust. Forehead on the ground, feet flat. Feet apart are more challenging, or is easier. Feet together is more challenging. So you decide anywhere in that range what feels best. Draw your fists together along your back. Make that single fist and extend that fist down towards your heels. Now, as we take a big inhale, we're going to lift our chest and our feet off the ground. So take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, lift. Lift your chest, lift your toes, lift your fist off your back. Hold here. One more breath in. One more breath out, lower down. Pause here for just a moment. We'll move into full bow. So you can repeat locust if that feels more comfortable, or bend both legs, reach back and grab the ankles with both hands, flex your feet, and again, we're going to lift our thighs up off the ground, lift our chest up off the ground. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, and inhale, lift. Just like in dancer, you're kicking your ankles into your hands to lift up. Don't hold your breath here, even though you're on your lung. Breath in, breath out. One more breath in, and exhale, lower all the way back down. Maybe put your hands in front of your face, forehead on your hands, point your feet at the sky. Sweep those legs from side to side. From here, press back. Child's pose very briefly just to find that counter bend of your spine. And come back forward. We're going to come all the way onto our back now. First we'll do bridge, then we'll do full wheel. So start flat on your back. Your feet really close to your butt so that you can reach down with your fingertips and either touch your heels or almost touch your heels. Breathe in here and breathe out. Now, you have this natural gap underneath your low back where it lifts up off the ground. That's the natural curve of your spine. Tuck your pelvis under so that that natural curve closes. Press into all four corners of your feet. Lift your hips up. You can take your hands, clasp them, roll your shoulders under, and continue to lift. Now here, you want to use your back body to lift. If your glutes aren't fired and they're just resting and you're trying to lift with your chest, it's not going to happen. So squeeze those glutes, press and lift those hips up. Press through the four corners of the feet. Press through your forearms. Breathe in and breathe out. Last breath in. Come onto your toes. Release your hands. Roll down your spine one vertebrae at a time. Let your back relax so you can come back to that natural curve in your spine. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side to release after that. And we'll move into full wheel. So we've done a lot of work for full wheel. We've lengthened our front body, engaged our glutes, engaged the back body, opened up the shoulders. So full wheel is something that's always made you nervous. Today might be the day for that. So you're going to plant those feet on the ground again, next to your fingertips. Flip your palms over next to your ears. And staying in this position, flat on the ground, is always a choice. Just if you do that, tilt your pelvis, tuck it under, flatten it against the ground so you can get the benefits of that core engagement. When we press into full wheel, we're going to hold it for 5 breaths. And some people like to press and rest on their head and then press up into full wheel. If that's you, that's fine, but only stay on your head for maybe half a breath. Take a breath in, breath out, tuck your pelvis, engage, and inhale, press up, hands and feet, everything lifts. Try and keep your knees tracking straight forward and backward, front and back. If they're winging out wide, draw them together, squeezing those thighs together. You can drop your gaze down to your mat or straight at the back of the room. 2 more breaths here, breath in and breath out, lower down. Set the back of your neck on the floor, gently unwind. We'll do that one more time. Let your knees sway side to side. This time I'll be quiet and we'll just count 5 breaths. Pay attention to your body, see how things feel. Count those breaths. Set your hands next to your ears. Deep breath in. Exhale, tuck your pelvis, roll it under. And inhale, press. Gently come onto your tiptoes, lower the back of your head to the ground, and release. Let your knees move side to side. We'll take a brief shoulder stand, moving into plow, so that we can find that arched shape as opposed to the shape we were just in. We'll bend our spine the opposite direction. Plow might feel a little bit challenging today because we haven't spent a ton of time lengthening our hamstrings, but the shape of the spine will still feel great even if there's a bend in your knees. So plant the backs of your arms on your ground. Lift your knees into your chest. Catch the back of your hips. Get your hips stacked as much over your shoulders as you can. Your legs can come right over your hips. Really have those legs over your hips, not here over your face. This is a tendency. Legs over hips. Hold here for just a few breaths. And then gently start to drop your feet
towards the ground behind you. And you can again separate those legs to make it a little easier. Toes together requires a little more length. You can bend the knees. There's no harm here in bending the knees. We're just enjoying that shape in our spine after working on all of those back bends. Breath in, breath out, breath in. If you've got your arms next to your hips, gently release them down. Bend your knees. Maybe your knees are so bent that they're next to your ears. Gently roll down your spine all the way onto your back. Take your right leg, cross it over your left. Single cross is fine, or if you want to take full eagle legs, you can do both. And as you exhale, let your knees fall over to the right. Arms can be out in cactus shape. Gaze over your right shoulder. One more breath in and out. Draw your knees back to your chest. Switch the cross of your legs. Left leg over. Breath in and breath out. Let them fall over to the right. Gazing over to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Unwind your legs, find happy baby. Let your knees fall down alongside your body. You can straighten one leg at a time, or rock from side to side. We'll try one leg at happy baby today. So keep hold of your right leg and extend your left out alongside your body, along straight. Your left arm can fall alongside your body. Draw your left leg back to happy baby and switch. Right leg extends, right arm alongside your body. Last posture of the day, Apanasana. Draw your knees into your chest, wrap your arms in front of your shins. This is downward flowing energy pose is how it translates. So with that downward flowing energy, I want you to take all of the frustrations or the negative energy or bad vibes and imagine all of it leaving your body, flowing into the floor, flowing away from you, flowing down and away, out of your body. Breath in, and last breath, set yourself up in Shavasana. Let your feet fall wide, arms alongside your body. Settle in here, and I have a reading to share with you for Shavasana today. This is by poet and artist Morgan Harper Nichols, called For the End of July, Part 2. For so long you have tried to see the positive. You have tried to keep a good balance between being a realist and an optimist. You knew the future was lined with unknowns, but you also had this hope. Maybe this was finally going to be your year. The year things finally fell in place. The year you finally stepped out of your comfort zone to embrace new unknowns. You had a passionate vision. You had a plan for how things could go. Nothing was going to stop you. And now what you hoped has been put on pause. It's been hard for you to remember your hope you had all those months ago. You're wondering, what will it take to put hope in the unknown again? And if you get the time and space to take the leap once more, well, the heartbreak might be too much to bear if things go wrong again. Here's the thing. These are questions you might have to sit with for a little while. And this is also true. It's worth it to keep trying, to make the most of where you are, trusting that right here, this July, you can still know a meaningful life, even though it's not what you thought it was going to look like. You can keep seeking goodness in everyday life, even if it's hard to think positively about the future. You can still try to make the most of where you are with music, conversations, writing, nature, knowing the future will arrive when it is meant to arrive. And for now, you have this moment. It's not what you thought it would be, but perhaps by the end of July can be own kind of beautiful. Perhaps you can only be here right now, and that's okay. Start to wake up your body, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Press yourself over onto your favorite side in the fetal position. Draw your knees into your chest, feel yourself supported by the earth. Press yourself all the way up to seated, keeping your eyes closed or mostly closed. Draw your hands to heart center. Take this moment to acknowledge the time that you took to honor your body and soul today. We'll take a deep breath in together. One last cleansing exhale. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for being here today. It was wonderful to practice with you. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or comments or requests for future classes. Thanks.